Sacred Heart education is a diverse melting pot of backgrounds, religions, and ethnicities that all combine and contribute to the same set of goals. Though the goals I mention here are not a part of the Stuart Hall goals, they are goals for all schools in the Sacred Heart network to follow. Mother Madeline Sophie Barra was one of the founders of the Society of the Sacred Heart in 1801. Sophie Barra created the first school in Amiens, France in 1801 for all girls. This was a time where girls were not yet able to receive a proper education, and this made the Society of the Sacred Heart known. Saint Philippine Duchesne was a woman who founded the first Sacred Heart school outside of France in 1818. Philippine traveled across the Atlantic Ocean to the United States and founded the first school outside of France in St. Charles, Missouri. This would be the first steps in the Sacred Heart's expansion to other parts of the world. Stuart Hall High School is one of the 4 schools that make up the Sacred Heart network in San Francisco. Stuart Hall High School is a diverse, multicultural, single-sex high school that strives to push its students beyond the realm of complex thinking with the basis of a critical goal system that is met within 4 years that the young men are attending Stuart Hall. Janet Erskine Stewart, who Stuart Hall High School is named after, was born in Britain during a time where the Anglican Church was at its prime. Mother Stewart knew at a young age that she wanted to become Catholic and eventually did. After converting, Mother Stewart was elected by Mother Sophie Barra to become the 5th Superior General of the Society of the Sacred Heart. Mother Janet Erskine Stewart is known for traveling the world and being the first RSCJ to travel to every one of the Society of the Sacred Heart's houses. Mother Stewart later died at a young age due to extreme exhaustion that she had due to the traveling. The goals and criteria of the Sacred Heart education is what drives Stuart Hall High School. All of the goals are important foundations for the students to build their lives upon. One of the more significant goals is the 5th goal. Goal 5, Personal Growth in an Atmosphere of Wise Freedom, explores the complex concepts of respect and self-confidence. One of the criteria of Goal 5 is all members of the school community show respect, acceptance, and concern for themselves and for others. This criteria promotes the equality and belief of equality in all human beings. Every human is created in the image of God and redeemed by Jesus Christ, and therefore is invaluable and worthy of respect as a member of the human family. These laws clearly indicate how a man must behave towards his fellows in society, and how the mutual relationships between the members of a state and its officials should be conducted. They show to what principles must govern the relations between states, and finally, what should the relations be between individuals and the states on the one hand, and the worldwide community of nations on the other. An instance where I used wise freedom was when I needed to diffuse a violent situation between 2 children at my work in convent after-school program. The violent situation was getting out of hand, and it was all over one student's shoe. I approached the situation not knowing what to do because I had never been taught how to break up a fight. These students were both in the 1st grade, which is a tough time because they are really growing up, but they tend to think that they are the only ones in the world. Both students were the biggest children in their grade, and even though I was sure I was not going to get injured from the altercation, I was more worried about what would happen to them if I had just turned the other way. The children were both very rude to me through their use of cursing and other means of swearing. I became increasingly irritated, but then I realized that these children were young and did not know what most of the words meant. I decided to be patient and relax. The easiest way to talk to children through my experience is not by trying to belittle them, but try to be on the same playing field as them. They will end up respecting you and liking you more if that relationship can be obtained. I handled the situation with incredible caution and ended up helping both children stop fighting and make up in a matter of minutes. This proved to me that I can be a problem solver if I can just be patient and more relatable with the children, no matter how they act. I always need to conduct myself in a manner of which respect is forefront.
Trying to be free, erase the demons out of our memory, change your name and your identity. Jah know